Now, number one, acid-base reactions. In acid-base reaction, for an acid to calculate the N factor, nothing but its basicity. Its basicity. The definition of a basicity, number of H plus ions given by the one molecule of a acid. One molecule of a acid. Let's suppose hydrochloric acid, which give only one H plus ion. Sulfuric acid is there, which give maximum 2 H plus ions. Phosphoric acid is may give maximum 3 H plus ions. Remember, the sulfuric acid N factor may be 1, may be 2 also, which depend upon the again nature of the reaction. So, if the reaction is not given, simply asking the N factors, directly we see the number of H plus ions. If the reaction is given, according to the reaction, we have to identify how many H plus ions furnished from one molecule of acid. In case of a base also, acidity. It is the number of OH minus ions produced from one molecule of a base. Otherwise, number of H plus ions accepted from the one molecule of acid. Because acid give H plus, base produce OH minus. These two combine to form water. Okay. Now, let's suppose sodium hydroxide, which gives only one OH minus. Barium hydroxide, which gives 2 OH minus ions. Aluminium hydroxide, which may give maximum 3 OH minus ions. Remember, once again I am telling, the N factor of barium hydroxide may be 1, may be 2, because which depend upon the nature of the reaction. Okay, if the reaction is not given, maximum number of OH minus ions furnished from one molecule of a base referred as a acidity, and maximum number of H plus ions furnished from one molecule of an acid is taken as its basicity. Okay, now we know how to calculate the equivalent weight of acids and bases. We know what is the formula to calculate the equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is equal to what? Molar mass, that is the molecular weight, divided by N factor. Divided by N factor. N factor corresponding to acid is basicity. N factor corresponding to base is acidity. Once we know the N factor, it is very easy to calculate equivalent mass. Okay. This is the first type of the reaction. Now come to second category, precipitation reaction or double decomposition reaction. Now here let's suppose barium chloride is there, sodium sulfate is there. When these solutions are added, immediately a white color barium sulfate insoluble precipitate will be formed. Okay. Now next example, sodium phosphate react with barium chloride to give barium phosphate and sodium chloride. Barium phosphate is a insoluble precipitate in the solution. Now, in these reactions, what happens? Mutually, ions are exchanging. Barium ion combined with sulfate ion to give barium sulfate. Sodium ion combined with chloride ion to give sodium chloride. Here also, phosphate ion combined with barium ion to give barium phosphate, and sodium ion combined with chloride ion to form sodium chloride. In these reactions, if you see, there is no change in the oxidation number on the left side or right side. If you see left side, barium is +2, right side also barium is +2. Okay. Chloride ion oxidation number -1, here also -1. Sodium alkali metal, each sodium is +1, so here also +1. Sulfate ion is -2, here also -2. So in these precipitation reactions, what happens? There will be no change in the oxidation state of any species. So how to calculate the N factor of a salt? So in the last video, I explained how to calculate the equivalent weight or N factor of a salt. Total charge on either cation or anion. Remember, only we have to take the magnitude, not the sign. Okay, let's suppose barium is there. What is the valence of a barium? 2. Now, how many barium atoms are there per molecule, per mole? Only 1 is there, so charge into number of atoms. Okay, now come to here, with respect to the anion also, what is the charge on each anion? -1. Okay, how many ions are there? 2. 2 into 1, again 2. Now come to sodium, valency 1. How many sodiums are there? 2. 2 into 1, that is 2. Even if you take the with respect to sulfate, it is a polyatomic anion. So the magnitude of the charge is -2. So modulus is 2. Only one sulfate is there. Okay, come to right side, barium atom, valency 2, number of atoms 1. Sodium atom 1, valency is 1. Okay. Now remember, here this reaction is not balanced. Suppose if you want to balance the equation, chlorine sodium, of course 2 Cl is there here. Now sodium atoms are 2. Okay, this is completely balanced. This is completely balanced. Come to this equation. Sodium valency 1, number of sodium atoms are 3. So the total N factor is 1 into 3. Even phosphate also, with respect to phosphate also, phosphate ion is 1. Minus 3 modulus into 1, again 3. So sodium phosphate N factor is 3. Similarly, barium chloride N factor is 2 into 1. Here barium phosphate, what is the valence of a barium or charge on the barium is 2. And number of barium, such barium atoms are 3. 2 into 3, that is 6. Okay. Sodium valency 1, number of sodium atoms 1, or chlorine valency 1, number of chlorine ions 1. So 1 into 1. Remember, now I am balancing this equation. Barium atoms 3 right side, so I am writing here sodium atoms are 3. Sodium atoms are sodium. 1 minute. Phosphate ions are 2. So first of all I am balancing the phosphate. So now sodium atom will be 6. Chlorine atoms will be 6. So 6 NaCl. Remember, now sodium atoms, actually we have to take the atomicity. We should not consider the number of moles, that is the stoichiometry. Irrespective of the stoichiometry, only we are dealing with per mole of the species. In per mole of the species, how many atoms are will be there? So total change we have to, total oxidation number we have to consider for the total species. Are you getting my point? Even if you see barium atoms are 2, but don't take in this stoichiometry. It is only stoichiometry, not the atomicity. If the barium, let's suppose here is there, then 1 barium plus 2, so 3 bariums, 2 into 3, 6 we can take. But actually this 3 will be the stoichiometry, so don't consider the stoichiometry coefficient. Here also, here stoichiometry is 6. Okay, only we are dealing N factor per mole of a species, because N factor equivalent weight is equal to molar mass upon N factor. N factor only deals with molar mass. Molar mass corresponding to mass of the 1 mole of a substance. Mass of the 1 mole of a substance. Now, third one is the redox reactions. Redox reactions, those reactions in which oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously. Now we will see how to calculate the N factor of a species in a given redox reaction. Okay. Now, how to calculate the N factor in a oxidation and reduction reactions. Okay. Now, N factor is equal to total change in oxidation state divided by number of moles of the substance. Number of moles of the substance. That is total change in the oxidation number per mole of a species is referred as a N factor regarding oxidation and reduction reaction. Okay. Let's suppose there are different cases. I am explaining one by one case. First case, when only one atom oxidation state changes, either by oxidation or reduction. The first case is only one atom whose oxidation number changes either by oxidation or reduction. Let's suppose permanganate ion reduced to manganese plus 2. Here we have to know how to calculate the oxidation states. Now here manganese oxidation number is plus 7. How to calculate the oxidation state of manganese? Now manganese oxidation state, let's suppose X. Manganese oxidation state, let's suppose X. Okay, we know what is the oxidation state? Minus 2. Normal common oxidation state is -2. So total oxidants are 4. So 4 into -2 will be equal to the net charge on the species. So X value you will get plus 7. So manganese oxidation number plus 7. It is changing into plus 2. Okay. Now what is the N factor? What is the N factor? N factor is always change in oxidation number. Remember, change in oxidation number, plus 7 goes to plus 2. So right side oxidation number minus left side oxidation number. Take the modulus value. Only we have to consider the magnitude. One more important thing. How many manganese atoms are there in per mole? Only 1. So I am multiplying with the number of atoms. Such atoms whose oxidation number changes, that is manganese, and how many manganese atoms are there in that reactant side? Only one atom. So the N factor is 5. Okay, this reaction occurs in acidic medium. Okay, now here next example, let's suppose MnO4 minus get reduced to MnO4 minus 2. This is called permanganate ion. This is called manganate ion. Okay. Now here manganese oxidation number is +7. That will change us into +6. So what is the N factor here? N factor is equal to change in oxidation number 6 minus 7. We are taking the modulus. And how many manganese atoms are there? 1. So the N factor is 1. Okay, are you getting my point? Now come to next example. Let's suppose this reaction occurs in basic medium. Okay. Now come to dichromate. Dichromate reduced to chromium +3. Dichromate reduced to chromium +3. Now, what is the chromium oxidation number? Let's suppose X, 2 into X, because 2 chromium atoms are there. Now, how many oxygens are there? 7. Each oxygen is -2. So 7 oxygens means 7 into -2 will be equal to the net charge what? -2. So 2x is equal to 12. X is equal to 6. So this is the oxidation state of the chromium on the LHS side. On the RHS side already it is given as a +3. Now here, what is the N factor? Now chromium change in oxidation number. How many number of chromium atoms are there? 2. So N factor is equal to 6. N factor for dichromate ion. Remember, we can calculate N factor of chromium +3 also. Then this will be the initial oxidation number and this will be the final oxidation number. So we can calculate chromium +3 N factor also. How? Now, initial oxidation number, this is +3. Final is +6. So change will be final minus initial. How many chromium atoms are there? Only 1. Only 1. If suppose if I write here 2 also, no need to consider the stoichiometry. Only we have to consider number of atoms per mole of the species. Per mole of the species. So N factor here what happens? 3. Okay. Next one more example. Let's suppose barium permanganate is there. In acidic medium, let's suppose it is reduced to Mn+2. Find the N factor. Find the N factor. Okay. Now here, similarly in first example, what is the oxidation state of manganese in the permanganate species? This is +7. Will be reduced to what? +2. Okay. Now what is the N factor here? Change in oxidation number 2 minus 7. Now remember, this is a 1 mole of a species. How many manganese atoms are there? 2. So that's why I am multiplying with 2. But here I am multiplying with only 1 because only manganese atoms are only 1 per mole of the species. But here manganese atoms are 2 per mole of the species. Are you getting my point? So here N factor is equal to 10. But here N factor, if you want to calculate, here N factor is equal to final oxidation number minus initial oxidation number. Number of manganese atoms only 1. So here the N factor become 5. Are you getting my point? So this is the calculation of a oxidation state only when one atom undergoing oxidation or reduction. Let's suppose one more example. Oxalate is there, oxidized to carbon dioxide. Let's suppose. Okay. Now here carbon oxidation number is +3. Here carbon oxidation number is +4. How the carbon oxidation number is +3? Let's suppose carbon oxidation state will be X. How many carbons are there? 2 plus 4 into each oxygen is -2 will be equal to the net charge -2. Are you getting my point? 2x is equal to 6. So x is equal to what happens? Plus 3. Here carbon oxidation number X. Okay. This is C2O4 minus 2. C2O4 minus 2. Now each oxygen is minus 2. So this is a neutral species. That's why I am taking is equal to 0. So oxidation state of carbon in CO2 will be plus 4. Now what is the N factor here? What is the N factor here? Change in oxidation number. Now per mole of a oxalate, how many carbons are there? 2. So that's why I am multiplying with 2. That's why I am multiplying with 2. So this is the calculation of N factor of a species which undergoes either oxidation or reduction. Either oxidation or reduction. Okay. Now, second case. Salt in which only one atom undergoes oxidation or reduction. Okay, only one atom oxidation number changes either by oxidation or reduction. But the thing is, that atom will goes to two different products in the reaction. Let's suppose MnO4 minus is there. It will be converted into Mn plus 2. Let's suppose Mn plus 4. In this reaction, what is the oxidation state of manganese? Plus 7. The plus 7 reduced to plus 2. Again the plus 7 reduced to plus 4. So here what happens? Reduction takes place. But the manganese goes into the two different products. Mn plus 2 one product, Mn plus 4 one product. Are you getting my point? Now, in this situation, we have to first of all balance the equation. How many manganese are there? 2. So here also 2 manganese. Now come to, out of the 2 manganese, 1 manganese plus 7 reduced to plus 2. By gaining of how many electrons? 5. Are you getting my point? 1 manganese plus 7, by accepting 5 electrons, it is reduced to what? Mn plus 2. And one more manganese plus 7 will accept 3 electrons to reduce Mn. The difference here 5. The difference here 3. That means total 2 manganese Mn plus 7 species accepting how many electrons? 5 plus 3, 8 electrons per Mn per mole of a species. So 8 by 2, that will be 4. Are you getting my point? So N factor is equal to total number of electrons gained or lost divided by number of moles substance. Are you getting my point? Total electrons will gain out of 2 mole per mole. So the N factor here, N factor of MnO4 minus will be 4. Otherwise simply we can do like this. Directly we can do like this. N factor is equal to 1 manganese changes from plus 7 to plus 2. Change. Okay. And one more manganese is there, that will also changes from plus 7 to plus 4. 2 minus 7 divided by, just wait, divided by number of moles of product, number of moles of substance, number of moles of substance. Now this will be how much? 5. This will be how much? 3. 5 plus 3, 8 divided by number of moles of the substance is 2. So 8 by 2, that is 4. Okay. Let's suppose one more example I am doing here. MnO4 minus will changes into Mn plus 2, Mn plus 4. Let's suppose I am taking here 3. So balancing compulsory. Out of the 3 manganese, 2 manganese atoms will be changes into +2 and 1 manganese will be changes into +4. Now what is the N factor of this species? N factor of the MnO4 minus. In this case what happens? Manganese +7 reduced to +2 by accepting how many electrons? 5. Remember, here 2 manganese atoms are there, so I am multiplying with 2. And remaining 1 manganese is there, which is accepting 3 electrons to get Mn+4. So total number of electrons involved 2 into 5, 10, 10 plus 3, 13, divided by total moles of the species, 3. Are you getting my point? So here N factor is equal to what? Total number of electrons gained or lost per mole of a species. So here 10 electrons, here 3 electrons, divided by total moles will be 3, so 11 by 3. Let's suppose one more example. This MnO4 minus, now this will be Mn+2 and this will be Mn+4. Let's suppose now I am writing here 2. Remember, you may have one doubt, sir, where I have to write the stoichiometry 2, here or here. That will be given in the question. That will be given in the question. Okay? Now come to here. Out of the 3 manganese +7 ions, 1 Mn+7 reduced to what? Mn+2. Are you getting my point? By accepting how many electrons? 5. And the remaining 2 manganese species, each manganese species will gain 3 electrons to reduce Mn+4. Now Mn+4 how many moles? 2. So I am multiplying with 2 on both sides. So that 2 into 3, 6 electrons. Here 5 electrons. Total electrons will be what? 11 electrons. So 11 electrons per mole of a species. Per mole of a, this is 13. 10 plus 3, 13. Okay. Now here 5 plus 6, 11 electrons per mole of a species, that is 11 by 3. This is the N factor. This is the case 2. In this case 2, once again, only one atom oxidation number changes either by oxidation or reduction, but the species will be going into 2 different products. In that case, what we have to do? Total number of electron lost or gained divided by number of moles of the substance. Number of moles of the substance. Okay. Now, case 3. Salt in which 2 different atoms of a same salt undergo either oxidation or reduction. Okay, either oxidation or reduction. In that situation, N factor, again, total number of electron gained or lost per mole of a species is a N factor. Let's suppose one example, I am taking copper sulfide to give copper +2 and SO2. Okay, here sulfide oxidation number -2, each copper oxidation number is +1. On the right side, copper +2 already it is given, sulfur oxidation number is what? +4. Now what is the N factor? For cuprous sulfide, N factor is equal to, remember, copper get undergo oxidation, sulfur is also undergoing oxidation. So total number of electrons lose by 1 mole of a species I am calculating. So how many copper atoms are there? 2. Into change in oxidation number is 1. 2 into 1 plus. Are you getting my point? Now sulfur, change in oxidation state 4 minus of, this is -2. Okay? Into how many sulfur atoms are there? Only 1 sulfur atom is there. Okay? 1 into. This is 2 into. Okay? This will be 2. This will be 6. So total N factor is 8. Total N factor is 8. Are you getting my point? Once again, copper +1 changes into +2. The change becomes RHS minus LHS into number of such atoms. The atomicity of copper is 2 here. Okay? Let's suppose example 2. AS2S3 changes into ASO3 minus and SO4 minus 2. AS2S3 gives ASO3 minus plus SO4 minus 2. Arsenic sulfide. Arsenous sulfide. Here arsenic plus 3, sulfur minus 2. Here arsenic, let's suppose X, 3 into each oxygen minus 2 is equal to minus 1, so plus 5. Arsenic oxidation number is plus 5. Here sulfur, this is arsenic oxidation state. Now SO4 2 minus sulfur X, each oxygen minus 2 is equal to minus 2, so X is equal to plus 6. This is sulfur oxidation state. Okay. Now I am calculating N factor. Now tell me change in oxidation number 5 minus 3 modulus. How many such arsenic atoms are there? 2 atoms. Plus sulfur change in oxidation number 6 minus half minus 2. Yes or no? Modulus. How many such sulfur atoms are there? 3. So here 5 minus 3, 2, 2 2s are 4 plus 8 3s are 24. So total will be 28. N factor is 28. Suppose if the question find the equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight upon N factor. Okay. Let's suppose molecular weight is M. N factor is 28. Option will be provided like M by 28, M by 24, M by 12 and so on, etc. Okay. Now come to third example. Ferrous oxalate converted into ferric ion and carbon dioxide. Okay. Now this is a ferrous oxalate plus 2 minus 2. Now here iron changes from plus 2 to plus 3. Okay. Now whatever the carbon oxidation number, plus 3. How? In oxalate, each carbon oxidation number, let's suppose X, and each oxygen oxidation number we know minus 2. So total net charge is minus 2. So 2x minus 8 is equal to minus 2. Okay. 2x is equal to 6, x is equal to 3. Oxidation state of carbon in oxalate is plus 3. Whatever the carbon dioxide, it is plus 4. Now what is the N factor here? N factor. Now iron oxidation number changes 3 minus 2. Number of iron atoms only 1. Plus. Now come to carbon. Oxidation number changes 4 minus 3. Now number of carbon atoms will be 2. So 3 minus 2 will be 1. So it will be 2. So total N factor 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So this is the third example. Okay. Now come to fourth example. FeS2 gives Fe plus 3. Let's suppose SO2. Here iron oxidation number plus 2, each sulfur minus 1, so total 2 sulfur atoms are there, so minus 2. Minus 2 for 2 sulfur atoms, remember for each sulfur atom only 1. Come to right side, sulfur is plus 4. Now what is the N factor here? N factor is equal to iron change in oxidation number 3 minus 2, number of iron atoms only 1, plus sulfur change in oxidation number 4 minus of minus 1. Okay. How many sulfur atoms will be there? 2. So 3 minus 2 will be 1. Here 4 minus of minus plus 4 plus 1 5. 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. N factor. Okay. Next one more example I am giving to you. AS2S3 gives AS2O5 and SO2. Next one more example. K4 Cn taken 6 gives Fe plus 3 CO2 NO3 minus. Find the N factor or equivalent weight of AS2S3 and K4FeCN taken 6 in the following reaction. Okay. Now, fifth question. AS2S3 converted into AS2O5 plus SO2. Yes or no? Again, arsenic plus 3, sulfur minus 2, arsenic here plus 5, sulfur here plus 4. Now what is the N factor here? Change in oxidation number of arsenic 5 to 3 modulus. Total number of arsenic atoms will be 2 plus. Change in oxidation number of sulfur 4 minus of minus 2 modulus. 4 minus of minus 2 modulus into number of such sulfur atoms are 3. So 5 minus 3 means 2, 2 into 2 means 4, okay, plus 4 minus of minus plus, so 4 plus 2, 6, 6, 3 is 18, 18 plus 4 is 22. So N factor for arsenic sulfide is 22. And one more question is there, sixth one, that is K4 FeCN taken 6. First of all, we have to know oxidation number. Potassium we know plus 1 because alkali metals oxidation number is plus 1. Now what about the iron cyanide? So shall I write this is 4K plus FeCN taken 6 whole minus 4. We know crisscross formula. So by applying 4 here, 1 here, so we get the total formula. Now the question is, what is the oxidation state of iron and carbon and sulfur, so that we can identify change in oxidation number. Okay. Now this is cyanide. Cyanide oxidation state minus 1. Cyanide oxidation state is minus 1. So what about the iron oxidation state? Let's suppose iron oxidation number is X. 6 into minus 1 is equal to minus 4. So X is equal to plus 2. So iron oxidation number plus 2. Iron oxidation number plus 2. Now what about the carbon and nitrogen oxidation state? Suppose I have hydrogen cyanide. I have hydrogen cyanide. In hydrogen cyanide, how to calculate the oxidation state? Do you know hydrogen carbon? Carbon is more electronegative. So I am writing minus 1 here, here plus 1. Now in between these two, nitrogen more electronegative, so it has triple bond. So I am writing here minus 3, here plus 3. So what is the net charge on the carbon atom? That is plus 2. And nitrogen minus 3. So carbon oxidation number is plus 2 and nitrogen oxidation number is minus 3. Now come to N factor. Here N factor is equal to, now iron oxidation number changes from plus 2. Here iron is plus 2. Iron oxidation number is what? Plus 2 to plus 3. So change will be 1 for one iron atom. Plus. What about the carbon? Carbon oxidation number on the right hand side is plus 4. So change in oxidation number of carbon 4, on the left hand side 2, 4 minus 2. How many such carbon atoms are there? Here taken 6. So 6 carbon atoms are there. Okay? Plus. What about the oxidation state of nitrogen in the nitrate ion? Plus 5. Now what is the reactant side? Nitrogen oxidation number minus 3. So change means 5 minus of minus 3. Total how many carbon nitrogens are there? Again 6. Again 6. Are you getting my point? 3 minus 2 it become 1. 4 minus 2 means 2. 6 2s are 12 plus. Here minus of minus plus. 6 8s are 48. 48 plus 12, 60 plus 1, 61. This is the N factor for potassium ferrocyanide. Okay.